All right, so let's take a look at section B2, and that's bar 13 here. And we'll start off with the left hand. I'm going to go ahead and write in some cautionary accidentals, which is the B flat here. So we've got a B flat there. The lowest note is G, so I'm going to position fifth finger of the left hand on that G. And that means that I'm going to be starting with fourth finger on the A. 4, 3, 2, 5. And then I can just go back to 2 on C and 1, 2. So I'll have to stretch for this F here. But pretty simple. So let's try that together. So you're going to be down in G2 position, fourth finger on A, then a B flat, then a C, then G, C, C, stretch to F, then back to C. Here we go. In time. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now taking a look at the right hand. Okay, so for the fingering here, we start in F, C. So I'm going to suggest that we start on 1, 4, which will allow us to go to 1, 5 on the FD. Then go down to 1, 3 on the EG. One, 4 on DA. Then 1, 5 on the D, B flat. Then just move down, 1, 5, parallel sixths. Then 2, 4 on the EG, and then ending on 3 on the F. Okay. Let's try this slowly. So starting with your thumb on F, fourth finger on C. So we have F and C. And then you're just going to go to F and D. And then down to EG. Okay. And when you're practicing something like this, again, it makes a lot of sense to just break it down to smaller sections. So we'll just try the first 3 chords. Ready, on F. 1, 2, 3, shift down to EG. 1, 2, once again. F, C, ready, and play. 1, 2, 3, shift down to EG. And now let's try the last 3 chords, starting from C, A. And then you're going to go to EG with 2, 4, and then F with 3, just that much. Ready, and CA, then EG, then F. Now in time. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. And each of these you can repeat several times. And now we're just going to work on these 3 chords here, starting on the 3rd beat of bar 14. We have D and A, using fourth finger on the A. Now, the bottom D is tied. Okay, so you're not going to play that D again. You're just going to hold it. So D, A, then go to fifth finger on B flat, Then you're going to shift your hand down to CA, like that. So DA, 1, 4, 5 on B flat, shift down to CA. And now let's try it in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And now let's combine that through the end of the section. Starting on the DA, 1, 2, 3, 4, shift, 1, 2, EG, 3, and then F. And one more time. DA, 1, 2, 3, 4, shift, 1, 2, EG, then F. And now we're going to put the whole thing together from bar 13. F and C, 1, 4, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shift down to EG, 1, shift to DA, 3 to B flat, 4, then shift down, CA, 2, EG, 3, 4, 1. One more time. Starting on FC, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, down to EG, then DA, 3, B flat, 4, shift down, 1, 2, EG, then F. So this is a bit trickier because you're dealing with two voices in the right hand. So you'll likely have to rewind the video and practice that a few more times. Then put enough repetitions in that it's kind of habitual. So something like 20 to 30 or 40 repetitions should be sufficient and won't take very long if you just isolate and do that. Okay? So that's section B2. Now the good news is, well, that happens again here. And the right hand is identical, as is the left hand, so nothing changes, okay? So now you've got B2 down. I'll go ahead and highlight that a certain color. That way you know if you knocked it out. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go on to C1 on the top of the next page, bar 25. And so we'll start off with the left hand here. Again. Now we're ending on second finger on the previous section on the C. So you could start with fourth finger as well here. I'm going to suggest that only because you're already in that position. So it'll feel a little bit more natural. So we'll have 4 on A. I've written a cautionary accidental on B flat. Okay, so you have A, B flat, C, then thumb stretches up to F. Then you just walk down 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, let's try this in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Shift up, stretch it F, then step down. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. Fourth finger on A. Ready and play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, And now let's take a look at the right hand. So we're looking at the right hand, we're dealing with either a perfect fifth or sixths. Okay, so if we look here, we have a series of 3 parallel 6 here. So for those parallel 6, we're going to keep it pretty simple, and we're just going to do 1 5, and it just ascends in 1 5, like that. Okay. So let's just try that part first, starting on the sixths. So this is bar 26. I'll highlight it. So these 3 chords here. So we start on F and D, F and D. Then you're just going to move up a step to G and E, and move up a step to A and F. Very simple. Okay, so again, F and D, parallel 6th to G and E, parallel 6th up to A and F. In time, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now, for the first chord, we have a F and C, which is a perfect fifth. You could theoretically do 1 5. You could do 1 4. So you have a couple options here. I'm going to suggest that you do 1 4. Okay, and for consistency's sake, we'll end on 1 4 as well. So thumb on F, 4th finger on C, like that. Okay, and notice it goes back to the F C as well on bar, the last bar of this section. Here we go. Ready and play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Shift up, 2, and now we're going back down to F C and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that one more time. Ready and play. 1, 2, 3, 5th finger on D. 1, shift up, get ready to move back down to F C, and just like that. So pretty straightforward. So now we've knocked out C1 as well. Okay, we just have 2 sections left. Let's take a look at the bridge, which is bar 29 through 32. Okay, so starting again with the left hand, this time we're going to go to our thumb on the D. So we'll do 1, then 3 on the A. On the B flat, we'll use 2nd finger, 5th finger down on the F, back to 2nd finger on the B flat, and then thumb on the C. Now I realize that you have a lot of notes to read here, and there are shifts happening often, and you may not be as comfortable with one clef or the other. So if you feel like it would help you to write the occasional letter name for a note, do so. Okay? Nothing wrong with giving yourself some clues to help you out. So like if you need to know that this is a D, you can write a D. You know, something like that. Let's try the left hand out here. So right hand starts thumb on D, 3rd finger's on the A. So you're really in F position. Okay, just with a thumb stretched to D. Here we go. Ready and play. D, down to A, then B flat, then down to F, back to B flat, 2, 3, and back to C. Let's do that again. Starting on thumb on D. Here we go. D, down to A, then B flat, down to F, back to B flat, 2, 3, and up to C. Okay. So that's the left hand. Let's talk about the right hand. On the right hand, we're going to start fourth finger on F. Then we're just going to walk down 4, 3, 2, 1. To begin with, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then what you're going to do is you're going to shift down to 1, 5. And this is a C again. It's the same C. You have a B flat. 1, 5. There's a D and a C. You can write in the note names if you want. Then 4, 3, 4, and then down to 1, 2, or 1, 3. I'm going to suggest 2, but 3 is also an option here. So let's start off by trying to play measure 31 and 32 first. These two bars right here. So your thumb is on D, fifth finger on C. So it's a minor seventh interval. Then you're going to go down to fourth finger on B flat, third finger on A, back to fourth finger on B flat, and then 1 on E and 2 on G, like that. Let's try that again. Ready? And C, B flat, A, B flat, then E, G with 1, 2. One more time. Ready and play. 5, 4, 3, 4, then E, G. And if that's a bit tricky, feel free to pause the video and work on that a little bit first. Now let's add the first 2 bars of that section. Again, we're starting up on F5 with fourth finger. So we're going to just step down F, E, D, C, then we shift down to D and C, like that. Okay. Let's do this slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, E, then D, then C. Now shift down to D, C, and stop there. Let's try that again. So we're just doing F, E, D, C, shift to practice that transition, because it's kind of a big jump. Ready and try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, shift down. 1. Once more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, shift down. And now let's put it together. Here we go. Ready and play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, shift down. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, G. So that is the bridge, which leaves section A to B, which is bar 37. All right, so let's take a look at the left hand here. The lowest note is a G. The highest note is a C. But let's talk about how we're going to do the fingering here. So we're going to start in the same position, second finger on C, thumb on D, fifth finger on G. But then what we're going to do is we're actually going to finish off in the same fingering, 2, 2 here on the C's. Then you're going to shift up to fifth finger on F here. Fifth finger on F. And second finger on the C. And the reason is because that's going to set you up for that return of A1. Okay? So basically, we're going to be shifting up to F position in preparation for the return to A. Let's go ahead and try the left hand here. Second finger on C. Here we go. 2, 2, up to D, down to G, back to C. C again. Now shift up to 5 on F, then 2 on C. Like that. Now if you want to try something a bit more fancy, I'll show you what a more advanced pianist would do. They would actually play the F with the thumb and then transition it to the fifth finger, like this. So if I did that this way, it would look like this. C, C, I'd go to the F on thumb, then I'd substitute to my fifth finger like that. Substitute. And what that does is it creates a nice legato sound without a breaking sound, okay? But that takes an extra step. If you want to train that in, feel free to, but you don't have to. Let's talk about the right hand now. Starts on C-A. We'll start on 1-5, then 1-4, then 1-3, 1-5, 1-5, 2-4, and 3. So this is very, very, very similar to what you've already had. Let's see, where was that? Yeah, on B2. Very similar to what you had in B2, okay? It's just a slightly different than that. Okay, let's try it. So starting on C-A, bar 37. So 1-5, then fourth finger to G, then D-F. Stretch your fifth finger to B flat. Move down a step to C-A, then 2-4 on E-G, and third finger on F. Let's do that again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, D-F, 1-3, 1, D-B flat, 3, now down to C-A, 1, E-G, 3, and then to F. So at this point, we have now covered all of the sections hands alone on Maoz Tzur. Get very comfortable hands alone before you begin to put hands together. When you begin to put the sections hands together, you'll want to do so in very small sections. My recommendation is 1 to 2 measures at a time. 1 to 2 measures at a time. The key points you want to remember when you're doing this is that you want to keep it at a steady pace, at a steady rhythm. So you want to count as you play, or be able to keep that pulse. Using a metronome can be very helpful. Master 2 measures at a time. That's how you're going to do this. Okay? It's a very tricky one. Now, because of the length of this one, you'll definitely want to break this over the course of several days. Okay? There are not that many sections, but don't try to do this all in one sitting, okay? Or 2 sittings even. Break this into at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6 sittings to make it more, digestible. Okay, so hopefully this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next one.